Hello everyone, my name is Rob, welcome to Kinetic Rugby League. In this video we're going to be discussing the Ireland Rugby League World Cup squad that has recently been announced. Let's take a look. So the Ireland squad is as follows: James Bentley, Keenan Brand, Liam Byrne, Ed Chamberlain, Josh Cook, Frankie Holton, James Hassan, Jermaine Jolliffe, Luke Keary, Joe Keys, George King, Toby King, Ben Matthew, James McDonnell, Ronan Michael, Robbie Mulhern, Richie Myler, Dan Norman, Brendan O'Hagan, Henry O'Kane, Harry Rushton, Innes Senior, Lewis Senior, and Michael Ward. Now, when it comes to this Ireland squad, there are a good handful of very experienced, high-quality players that I could talk about, but I've picked three that I'm going to go into. The first one is Toby King. Now, he's a centre, he's 26 years old, is currently signed to the Wigan Warriors. This last season he was at the Warrington Wolves and then was loaned out to the Huddersfield Giants, but I believe is now officially signed for the Wigan Warriors. Not 100% sure on that one, but I believe he is. This season he had 13 appearances, 7 tries and 3 try assists. In terms of other stats, he was quite high in errors and quite high in offloads in comparison to the rest of the league. In terms of his ability, this season, defensively, for the Warrington Wolves, he was poor and didn't really offer too much in attack. Now, there was a brand new attacking structure at the Warrington Wolves, which maybe didn't really suit him and his qualities, so he was gone. He was shifted off to the Huddersfield Giants, where I think it was pretty much the same kind of average, not really much going on, but I think he's really going to excel at the Wigan Warriors. I think he's going to do a fantastic job there. Now, in terms of him as a player, in 2016, he was garbage. Utter garbage. Massive liability, constantly knocking the ball on. Tackles were poor, offered nothing in attack, was just a waste of a number. 2017, learned a bit about his craft, was slightly better. 2018 really started to show what he could potentially bring, and by 2019 was definitely in the conversation of one of the best centres in Super League. By 2020 he was well in that conversation, and last year 2021 was one of the best centres in Super League. And I was thinking, this guy can absolutely hack it in the NRL. Put him in a somewhat normal attacking structure where, it's not like Oliver Gildart with the West Tigers, who I think is a great centre. Just hasn't worked out there for him because the West Tigers are an absolute mess. But put him in a decent team and he'll excel. Now, he is incredibly dangerous in the air. He's a huge aerial threat. And another thing about him, he's pretty slow for a centre, but there's something about him, he finds it quite easy to break the line. Fends people off quite well. Sometimes forgets to pass to his winger when he really should, but individually he can break the line if he has to, but is definitely a huge aerial threat and is a quality centre. Just this last season really hasn't worked out for him, but I do think he's going to cause teams a lot of trouble with Wigan next season. The second player I want to talk about is Richie Myler. Now, at this point in his career, he could be a fullback, he could be a halfback, he could be a hooker. He can do it all. Now, he is 32 years old. He currently plays for the Leeds Rhinos. This season he had 17 appearances, 10 tries and 12 try assists. That is pretty damn good. And Leeds Rhinos had a cracking season in Super League. Didn't start out great, but then got a new head coach in and they looked amazing. So he's had a great season. In terms of what he can do, it's a little bit of everything really. So again, you need him to play fullback, he can. Play halfback, he can. Hooker, he can. A little bit of everything. Doesn't have the ability to light up the league. He's not one of the top players in Super League, but any one of those roles you need him to do, he'll do it pretty well. And I think that's all you can really ask of him. They already have guys in those positions that can do those jobs, but as far as utility players go, I'd say he's one of the best in Super League. So, he can definitely offer whatever Ireland need. Richie Myler's got it covered. So, they're very lucky to have him, I'd say. Now, the final player to talk about for Ireland, and I think you guys might know, is Luke Keary. He stands out like a sore thumb on this team. You look at all the names, you need one big name. Luke Keary is the biggest one, no doubt. He is a halfback. He's 30 years old, currently plays for the Sydney Roosters. This season had 22 appearances, only 2 tries, but 22 assists. Had 1 assist per game on average, which was second in the NRL last season, which is 1 behind Mitchell Moses. He had an average of 260 kicking meters per game, 13 forced dropouts last season. He's a 3-time NRL Premiership winner, once with the South Sydney Rabbitohs in 2014 and twice with the Sydney Roosters in 2018 and 19. And he's also has a cap for New South Wales in the State of Origin game. He is a massively upgraded Richie Myler. He can do it all. He can do it all. He is an excellent player. He's a brilliant player. Any word you want to use to describe him of quality, that is Luke Keary. He's amazing. What I love about him is he's always willing to put his body on the line. When he receives the ball, runs at the line, is ready to pass that thing off at the very last second and is willing to get absolutely demolished by props and second rowers in order to make sure that he sets up a try. Is an extremely intelligent player. Plays with a lot of pace, a lot of composure. He's excellent. And I'm really excited to see him at this World Cup. A lot like Mitchell Moses maybe sticking out for Lebanon. I think that Luke Keary is going to stick out massively for Ireland. And yeah, I am very excited to see what he's going to do at this tournament. So that's going to be it for this video. If you have any thoughts on the Ireland squad, leave them in the comments down below. If you enjoyed this video, feel free to leave a like and subscribe to the channel to stay up to date with new content. You can also follow the social media accounts in the description down below. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time.